my name is Dima. I love shooting videos about English. I'm a non-native speaker myself. That's why I ask you not to seek perfection in my English, in my speech, in the videos also. But I suppose that you will gain something. You will get something useful from these videos. For instance, today I will show you a very simple method how to learn any text, no matter whether it's an English text, or French, it doesn't matter. And also doesn't matter whether it's a prose or verse. So how to learn any text by heart, really fast. Maybe 5 to 10 times faster, or maybe even more than you usually do it at school or at college or preparing some presentation. So, okay, let's get down to our practical part. So I'll show you how to do it.
Okay, so here we are. We are having some short poem, English poem. Let's read it fast. Goosey, goosey gander, where shall I wander? Upstairs and downstairs and in my lady's chamber. So I have taken this one. It's very small, but for us not to spend too much time analyzing it and showing you how to learn it. But you can apply this method, as I have already told, to any text of any length. Alright, so what is the principle? What is the key point? The key point is that our brain, as you know, like without this lesson, loves associations. Yeah. Everything is about associations. If we associate something, we associate it with, for example, this text with something, maybe visual, our brain will love it and it will stick to it. It will, like, these things will merge together and we will learn it very fast. What I mean actually, I mean that here, right now, we will draw. I will draw, of course it will be not very sophisticated as I understand with this cursor, but I will draw some symbols, maybe funny symbols representing these things. So each thing will be associated with some picture here. Then afterwards we will read it, like you will read it in your text, and you will see that gradually you can close this part, left part, the text part, and look only into the right part with those funny pictures. And mind you, maybe the funnier the better. And you can easily reproduce any piece of text looking into those pictures. And then finally, when you try to reproduce the text without even either pictures or text, you will be able to do it. At least it has been experimented by me and my students for, I don't know, tens of times. It always works, always, with super intelligent people and not so bright people, with everybody. Alright, so for example, I take like this color, goosey goosey gander, yeah? Goosey goosey. So we need either to draw 2 geese or maybe 1 goose, but maybe put some symbol which indicates that there are 2 of them. So I'm drawing quickly, for example, a goose. So I told you that please don't judge my my drawing very rigidly, because maybe it mostly looks like a horse, but we'll indicate that here is a wing. Yes, something. This is our goose. Yep. But he is the one. Yep. And we need 2. So maybe, why don't we? So it's up to you. You use your imagination. You engage your consciousness and subconsciousness, everything. But, for example, why don't we put the symbol of the square? Yes. For example, goosey squared. So we understand now that it is goosey goosey. Then gander. Yeah, male goose. So of course there are several ways we can present it, either with something vulgar to show that he's a male, but I suppose that this video can help a lot of children, so we will not do this in front of a lot of children. So we will do something, for example, we can draw this symbol of masculinity or something like that. Yes. Something like that. Yes. So we have goosey goosey gander. Yeah. Maybe put a comma here for you to remember the intonation. Where shall I wander? Where we can either put here where, just write it in words, in letters, or not. Let's draw I, like my head. Yes, a small person. I'm sure you will do it much better if you take a piece of paper and draw with a pencil or a pen. I'm drawing with the cursor here. So this is I, yes. Where shall I wander? We can put a question mark and like two directions indicate. For example, he can go here or he can go here. Where shall I wander? Where? If you're afraid that you will forget where, I don't know, we can. I told you that to write in this way is not very, but you can put it. Where? Yep, once more. Where shall I wander? Next, upstairs and downstairs. Yeah. So I suppose it's very easy for us to symbolize and to represent, for example, upstairs, and we draw it like this. Then downstairs, we draw like that. You can put here and, because I don't want to, because those hieroglyphs which I produce are not very bright. Okay, upstairs and downstairs, put a comma. Maybe. If you don't want, you may easily disregard it. But and in my lady's chamber. Lady is a small girl in this case. So how can we? And in my lady's chamber, we mean the direction. Yes. So again, we can put some arrow. It shows the direction. Then lady, a small lady. We will not spend too much time drawing. We will show everything by this skirt. That's the lady. Yep, this is the lady. So how can we show a chamber? Yeah, I suppose we can show a door that the girl is standing at the door. In the door, yes. Yeah, maybe even like this. The door is open. Yep. So this is our door, and there is her chamber. And in my lady's chamber. Look now what we have got. For example, now we are reading. If you are learning this text, you are reading it and looking simultaneously at these symbols. Goosey, goosey gander, where shall I wander? Upstairs and downstairs, and in my lady's chamber. Concerning those and in or something, you will easily memorize them because for our brain it's very easy. Because and in my lady's chamber, you will remember that in, not on, not under, something like that. Okay, you see the principle. Yes, I suppose it's very easy, though it works perfectly. So in this small video I want to show that. And by the way, I have had a lot of questions by my students. I also tutor English here in Ukraine and Russia by my students. So if I have an economical, not a huge, but maybe 20 sentences text, yes, how can I do it? Whether I'm able to do it? Yes, you are. Sure. And I don't see any difficulties or obstacles in doing this. This principle of visualization can be applied to any text. Try it, please. You will see that it's making wonders. I have taken a simple children's verse, but you can take anything about nuclear physics or, I don't know, quantum physics or philosophy of Immanuel Kant, anything you like. Okay, my friends, so please try it, check it out. And so give it a try and leave in the comments your impression about this, whether it has helped you or not. So at this point, we finish our practical part.
Okay, my friends, so you see we have done it. So let's revise how to do the procedure. So the procedure is very simple. The first time, for example, you print out the text, or don't print out, but you look into the screen, and you have a piece of paper in front of you, but you have to align the text and the images, yes? So I suppose the best way, of course, is to have it printed out. So you try to, even if it's a huge text without any indentations or something, you try to make it structured. So I mean that each sentence is separated. And try please not to have super huge long lines, because you will need to draw a lot of those images, yes, but it's up to you. So you print it out, then you draw those funny picture images for each sentence, and so remember that maybe the more absurd, the funnier the images, the better for your memorization. Yep, it's true, because the association, when it is funny or vulgar or absurd, it's like it penetrates our mind much better, faster, and more solidly. Yes, at least I have witnessed this a lot of times. So once you're ready with your beautiful masterpiece, with your chapel, something, then the procedure is very simple. Firstly, you read for 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 times the text, looking simultaneously, like with lateral vision, at those symbols. Then, when it is like number 4 or 5 attempt, you try to close the text, you see only the symbols, and you will reproduce, I guarantee, I cannot guarantee 100%, but maybe 99%, I guarantee that you will reproduce the whole text. Maybe you will see that you have forgotten some, I don't know, minor point, but you will easily reconstruct them looking at the text again. So you do it twice or thrice again with these symbols, and then finally you close both the text and the symbols. Maybe close your eyes or don't close your eyes, it's up to you, and you will see that you can reproduce basically the whole text. It works with everything, I tell you. Okay, so as I have already told, my name is Dima, and I welcome everybody, especially non-native speakers of English, to subscribe to my channel and to share my videos, because you will learn a lot of useful and interesting from these videos. So please, my friends, subscribe to the channel, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in some videos to follow. Okay, bye bye.